Yes, using dowsing to spot underground water. This is what I am going to talk about today. See those Y sticks, so to speak? They are using those Y sticks or those sticks to spot underground water. It is also used, I'm told, to spot underground metals and things like that. Now, my dad, Japhret Buisa, rest in peace, was a colonial administrator, what they called a mlango or sublocation headman in Western Kenya. He searched for locations for shallow wells on our farm for our secluded exotic milk cows bought on loan, but he did so in vain. We settled on fetching the water from the nearby streams using local ox-drawn carts, but that cost us very heavily, since the oxen transmitted ticks and some diseases which killed the exotic species before the loan was fully paid. The burden of paying the loan without proceeds from the cows made Dad constantly advise us against loans. To date, many people in my society are risk averse and never take loans, but that is not my story today. Then came my time. With my ancestral piece of land given to me by my father, I embarked on looking for a location to do a shallow well. I was advised to do the well next to a large indigenous tree, like the ones you can see here. The argument was that such trees reveal the presence of an underground watercourse, that their growth rate is determined by groundwater. And indeed, by chance, I struck the water. So, after some time, the poorly built well collapsed beyond repair, burying my electric submersible pump. I then invited an amateur shallow well digger to construct for me a new one just next to the collapsed one, hoping to share the water in the old one. Now watch. This is Evans Wafula, is the person who was down there digging. He's now just come up to a break and is taking, this is again, as I said, this is uji from Wimbi, sorghum and all that. This is energy giving. Under this uji, we have prepared it, a mixture of Wimbi, and sorghum and soya, but we have also added honey. They are enjoying it. So now this Evans is telling me, he's sitting on the hole that is actually on the hole that is digging. Hapa sasa wewe unafikiri umeenda futi ngapi? Aha. You see, Festus is taking the measurements. Where we are 14 feet deep, and 14, I think, because the season of rain, and because of rain, probably the water table has come higher, so we might reach the water table faster because of the rain season. But I know that sasa Bwana Wafula, hii ni wakati wa mvua. Hata ukienda kwa machoo zimejaa, zinajaa maana mafuta, mvua ikienda, labda hiyo mvua ndio inafanya iwe karibu. Na sasa mvua ikienda na umepata maji kwa karibu, unaweza kuja tena ukaongeza na already umefanya makalabati, au itaweza kuaje?
Ni inakuja na teremsha na iongeza chini.
Hata kama umeweka hiyo ni
kalabati haikuwa ingia tu ndani naongeza.
Okay. So he's telling us that in case he reaches the water level at 14 feet, at 20 feet, but generally in this place, as you heard from this man called Cody, in this place, it got up to 3740 there. Sasa mbona wewe unasema hivyo bwana Gotu, unajuaje wewe? Mtaalamu gani wewe? Ulifanyia wapi polytechnic? Huyo Chebukoi polytechnic, wewe polytechnic ya Gumbaru?
Ndio, nakumbuka wakati tulijimba hii.
Aha.
Ilikuwa urefu size hiyo.
Okay.
So tukajua kwamba maybe hata tukichimba hii
itaenda
umbali ule.
This is a former manager of this place, and he was managing all this, and he remembers very well that wall that is spoiled, that well that is spoiled, they dug up to 3740. So he has the memory. He has the what you might call institutional memory. He remembers and he knows. So he can actually guide. He can actually guide and advise. So he's saying, this 14 is too soon. Although we are already getting water, or dalili of, signs of water, he says it might be because of the season. Because they dug that in a different season. They are digging this in a different season. This is a season of rain, and therefore the rain down there, maybe the level has come up. But he advises that generally hapa is 3740.
Kwa ajili ya hiyo mchanga kukatika, nimesema tuweke kalabati hapo chini.
Hiyo mchanga.
Kalabati kama tutaangalia vile hiyo simo vile imeenda urefu.
Na generally wewe ukifanya kwingine unafanya kama ni mingi sana kwa mashimo zingine, tuseme umechimba shimo ya 40 feet. Kwanza ndefu yenyewe ambayo umechimba ngapi? Ulisema sijui kama kule Kapsa Kwani inakuwa 72, kule kwingine Bungoma inaweza kuwa 50. Ya mbali kabisa umepanya ngapi? Ya feet ngapi?
Shimo ya mbali kabisa nilichimba shimo futi
82.
Na huko juu
Kapso. Na ya fupi kabisa ambayo imechimba ni ngapi kupata maji?
Nini ile fupi? Ilikuwa futi 24. 24. Ndio ilikuwa fupi kwangu.
Sasa hiyo 82 unaweza makalabashi ngapi kwa 82, na yeye 24 unaweza makalabati ngapi?
Hiyo 24 futi, tuseme kama unataka hii shimo yote ichae makalabati. Ni kalabati moja ni futi 3. Kama hizo ni hesabu 24 ni 8.
Mimi sisemi kama nataka ijae vile umefanya, maana wewe umesema chini kuzuia hiyo kalabati, na juu ya makalabati naweza matifari na nini. Sasa kuzuia, mimi naona unakuja sasa ikiwa 24, hiyo ni kusema level ya maji iko juu. Kwa hivyo na makalabati lazima iwe mingi, maana inaweza na ile ukienda chini zaidi level ya maji iko chini. Kwa hivyo makalabati haiwezi kucha mpaka juu yote. Sasa tuseme kalabati naweza kuwa ngapi kwa average jumla hivi?
Average jumla kama kwa hii shimo yenyewe. Kama tuseme nenda futi 40. Naweka kalabati 16.
Aha. Kalabati 16, and after that inakuwa sasa matofali na kujengea matofali mpaka juu. Good. You can see he is very scientific. He told you he went to the polytechnic. He went to Chebukoi Polytechnic. He did masonry, and the masonry now is close to what he's doing. So what he's telling us is some of the training that he was given in his polytechnic. So this is somebody who doubles his own cultural and upbringing and learning as by observation, but also with some training from a polytechnic. The well was dug and constructed. I then invited a solar pump expert to check the volume of the water in the well for purposes of installing a submersible solar pump. The expert discovered that the water level in the well was too low to sustain a water pump. He embarked on using a Y-stick to search for the best location to sink a shallow well that will sustain the pump for my commercial irrigated horticulture project. Now watch this. This man is doing some scientific way of measuring whether there is water. He's using that stick, a Y stick. He's using a Y stick This is the same person who does the wells. Is using this Y stick, and it will tell him whether they look at the behavior of the Y stick. As soon as it reaches here, it starts. It's now moving. It, you see now, the Y stick is moving. Kukucha ukucha, enda ukuche tena. Now here, oops, sorry. You see now, look at the shape and the position of the stick. It is, when he comes, it will start moving. The stick starts moving. There it is now. It starts moving. You see, he is not the one moving it. It's the water moving it. So that means that there is water. At the, look. The Y stick itself is turning. Let's continue and go this side and see. Now you see it has gone back. It is not. Look at the behavior. It is going back. There is no force. There is no force on this Y stick, showing that there is the deep. There is no water. Now let him go back. Let him go back. And you see, as soon as he goes near here, you will see the behavior of the Y stick. Look. The Y stick now starts moving. The Y stick is moving. And indeed, he is not doing it by himself. It is the forces from underground that are moving, and therefore he knows this is where the water will pump. We had this shallow well, and there is no water in, and he's now looking at the position that it should. This is it. You see, as he moves here, there is no force. The stick, the Y stick, is not behaving in any abnormal way. It's normal. But now when he comes here, look at how it starts moving. It is like going round. Those are the forces. He is not the one turning it. It itself. This man has now come here, this Andrew again, is now looking for another position where he can get the sign of water. You see, he's using the Y stick, and as he moves, the forces, he says, the forces of the water underneath will affect his technology, and therefore it will tell us where there is the water. You call it the water eye. You see, he's walking with his Y stick, and he wants to see where there will be a position to get the water. You see now here. Look at how the look at the stick, the forces. So he has found that now if we dig here, if we do a borehole here, we shall get much more. What? Look at those forces. Look at those forces. It is the stick.
This was interesting for me. I wanted to know more about this Y stick technique. Look, check those pictures. Check the pointers in diagram 1, 4, and 5, and then in 2 and 3, and see what seems to be under the ground in 2 and 3. This is called dowsing, a technique for searching for underground water, minerals, ley lines, or anything invisible by observing the motion of a pointer, traditionally a forked or wide stick. You see, look at the behavior, the diagrams. Use of forked stick or wide stick to locate underground water is called dowsing. It is a type of divination or seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means. It's employed in attempts to locate groundwater. Dowsing has been thought to be a pseudoscience. Yes, a Y-shaped twig or rod called dowsing rod, divining rod in Latin vicula divina or baculus divinatorius, vining rod or witching rod are sometimes used during the dowsing. You see the sticks? You see the ancient times? Yes, from the ancient times, the technique was used as this shows. You see the cartoon here? So this is an ancient story. Jokes have been made about it. Look at this cartoon. Hey ma, I think I found an underground stream. Look, the sewer is over there. Look, it's a joke, but it is a science or a technique that has been with us for years. Look at them. Look, the stick. Look, these are ancient times. Look, look, these are those times, ancient times. Look, that's the stick. Now, watch this that I also found, and you will really get to know how far and how long dowsing has been used. It was interesting for me, and now I've learned whether it is approved science or not, but dowsing using white stick looks like it was there in the ancient times. And my current techniques or my current experts that came to my farm are still using it, and indeed they have used it in Bungoma, in Kimilili for some time, and now it's working. So this is what it is.
That's right.
Hey, Judah, in the back of the side-by-side are some bamboo sticks. Go snag them, will you?
It's pretty good boulder. Go this way. I want you to grip that stick really tight. Right? I want you to hold it right there and hold it real tight. Put both hands up. Now we're gonna walk, all right? And if it, try to keep it from turning over. But you'll be. You believe that? I had two guys this morning. They were just two older gentlemen. They were just plumb blown away because I let them both hold the stick. Because they didn't believe me.
Right.
They just blown away. So you gonna walk on down this way?
Yeah, let's see what we see.
Bring another stick there, Bo.
You used are those two different types of sticks, or you
No,
just
they're
try
both wild cherry.
Okay.
But I use these two sticks until they break, and then I'll cut me some new ones. But I try to get my sticks from over in Monroe County. It seems like they last a lot longer. It's kind of a little grade different than cherry, I believe. See, there's another shot there.
That would be in line with our spring.
Yep, so it's going right down that hallway. I'd have picked this other one up and put it off right over here. Yeah, it should be for that other spot. move it up, go on up, spread it apart just a little bit. Now walk down through there. Mine's already started boiling. No, I don't like her either. There you go, twist it, stop.
Okay.
Fold it back down again. Now twist it, hit it tight, now twist it up, but don't let it snap, you just come up with it. All right,
Okay.
now spread it out, swallow.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, I know.
His, which is about 3 foot or 4 foot off of mine every time.
Huh.
See, hers is going down, yes, sir.
Nice. So, the dowsing trick our well drilling guy used, 3 for 3 now on the wells I've seen these guys do. This is my second well that they've done. They did one for my parents about 30 years ago, and he's hit about 10-12 gallons a minute. We're about 180 feet. So I can't explain how it works, but I'm a believer in this dowsing technique. It's pretty amazing.